It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Inside give to Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. It's good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3, so maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. It's fielded at the 45. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 6th and 8 at the 35-yard line.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the 1st quarter of a 3-0 game. Prescott now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson, 35 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
For good reason, quarterbacks quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A drive there, just 4 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Try to get that pass to Khalil Shakir, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Play action now. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On play action, Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Allen going to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because his defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Prescott on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Allen's throw is complete, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And again, it's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 33 yards that time.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
That's Samuel, caught left side. Touchdown, Bills. Curtis Samuel, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he's up to the 47. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. On second down, Elliott once more. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cowboys retreated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This 2nd and 4. Handoff, running left is Davis. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down is Allen. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Cook up the gut. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Well, another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Davis is in. Touchdown, Bills. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Bills 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They go to Elliott again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And he's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that one too wide and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
One final try here for Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. A give to Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, They have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.